we got to dive into This Week in Freight powered by my friends over at DAT. As you guys know, this is 100% viewer submitted. So any lanes you guys want help reading, and this is all I do all day long because your boy actually moves freight. I assess lanes. What are we going to quote? How are we going to read the market? Because at the end of the day, we got to find stability and bring that out to our customers. So if you want your lane broken down, I need you to email podcast@thefreightcoach.com. This one is Atlanta, Georgia, going to Des Moines, Iowa, van. And so I want to take everything I'm going to say this week in particular with a grain of salt, considering it's inspection week and it could be completely off base, right? Like I am of the mindset that a lot of this stuff that we're seeing this week is probably going to bleed through Memorial Day. I wouldn't be surprised if there is tight capacity and even at more elevated rates for the next couple of weeks here, you guys. I've seen it happen in the past, and that's the only reason I'm saying that. All signs are pointing to a very tighter capacity this week for Blitz Week and compared to years past. And when I've seen that in the past, it has bled through Memorial Day. I've seen some of this, you guys. Now, again, I'm never trying to fearmonger. I've seen this DOT Blitz Week last through the 4th of July. All right. And what I mean by that is higher rates, tight capacity. People are very much more selective on the freight that they're going to take. So just be prepared for that stuff, right? And obviously you guys have been paying attention to the show. Have difficult conversations with your customers, right? All you can do is deliver that message out there. But this one, again, we always look at that miles, 900 miles. It's an okay weekend run. So again, if you're moving this Friday to Monday, I would expect to pay a little bit higher on that. But this one's still jumping up, right? Like this is one of those lanes that's still rising. You can attribute a lot of that, though, as we know, you guys, in the Southeast right now, it's produce season. So it starts in Florida and it works its way up the coast there. So the Carolinas are going to be next and then into Southern Virginia and stuff. That's just kind of how you have to follow that produce belt. So that is my assumption on why you're still seeing that rate continuously rise out there when in other of the lanes that we've broken down, you guys, there has been, they have essentially stabilized. They're still higher, but they've stabilized out there. So I would pay attention to this one. I would talk to your customers, especially if you haven't talked to them about Blitz Week. Most people know about it, but again, capacity is going to be tighter, you guys. All of the rates that you think are going to get it done, I hope they do. I just have already been quoted on some of the freight that we're going to be moving this week, and it's a lot higher, and it's expected, right? Like I'm not a selective capitalist, but I think that you guys need to be prepared for this. I think that truck in hand, spot market style pricing is going to be your absolute best friend this week, if not through Memorial Day, to say the least. I think it could drag out into that. But, you know, I see this one continuing to rise. So if this is your lane out there, I would be prepared that this is probably going to continue to rise here throughout the summer. I would say probably midsummer is when it might start to stabilize. But it could be as early as June, right? I think like we're at a very unique time where with the way that fuel prices are rising, I think that now that there's it's very well documented that there's more money to be made in freight. It's only going to be a matter of time before capacity filters back in from the owner operator standpoint. I don't know if this is going to drag out as long as that, because I don't know if a lot of capacity has left the market entirely to kind of create any of those vacuum voids that you can potentially see. But rest assured, this is a power lane, you guys. Outbound Atlanta, there's always going to be capacity. It might not be what you want to pay at that time, but you're going to find capacity. And that's what's most important as you're going out there and doing this, right? Because I think right now in this season, in a transitionary market that we're in, your ability to service your customers is going to be of utmost importance. So that is Atlanta, Georgia to Des Moines, Iowa. This week in freight, it's rising. I would continue to expect it to rise here for the next couple of weeks. But again, rest assured, it's a power lane. You guys, there's plenty of capacity down there in hot Atlanta.